Hello, Gaswina. How are you? Ugh, now I'm sounding like Diana. Hello, Hoswina. Okay, dokie. Well, pack a lunch. Try to get this thing knocked out and done. Anyway, greetings. Hope your Sunday's looking pretty well. I've had this thing sketched out for a minute, so I just want to make sure we get our focus here on this guy because it's a dark background. All right, you guys should be able to see that somewhat better. It's sketched out in white, so because it's on this weird background. Anyway, this is I do believe it's 16 by 20, and there's a little bit of cobalt blue and black and white in this. Okay, so that's what's going on with it. All right. Yeah, it is the 2010 Universal Monsters version of the Wolfman. The little lady requested, so this wasn't really planned in the instruction series, but you know, I'll do this. I'll do this one for her. Okay. All right. I do have the colors mixed, or I got them out already. It is a raw umber, cad red, cobalt blue, black, and white. Very simple color palette today. And you know, with it being, I don't think I need this light on. That's kind of crazy. With it being Super Bowl Sunday, which won't happen until hours later, but still. All right, I'm just adjusting a few things and getting myself prepared to paint this guy. All right. I do have a few like misty, foggy trees to put in, and I'll probably end up doing that right now, and all of that. So, okay, will the square disappear? Nope, because I don't have the setting on it for it to disappear. That's my bad. Yeah, that square is gonna. That's, that square is gonna stay there. Tell Will I said hello. I was supposed to shave, but I didn't. Oh well. I'll do it later. So, eventually, I'm gonna work myself up to do this. I know it's fairly early, at least for me, to do painting. I forgot that Mary was gonna be on in 15 minutes. Oops, I'm sorry, Mary. But I know I wanted to get this underway and get it done and all of that. Anyway, for you guys that may not see this too well, I'm going to show you exactly what she looked like, or what he looked like. Okay. And here we go. This is what it looks like. That's what we're doing today. Okay. He has such an enduring smile. Now, I'm going to interpret a few things on this. I don't believe I want his eyes that dark. Okay, so I am going to do something about that. And I am going to add the second eye. All right, the eye to the left, obviously it's in shadow. But I'm going to do a little something about that. I'll put the other eye in. And I'm going to have him look the way he's looking right now. You guys might not tell, but he's actually staring off to the right. His iris is right in the corner there. So he's looking at who he's going to kill. Anyway, that's what he's looking like. Okay. All right. That's what he's looking like. So he's looking a little angry today. Maybe he didn't get his coffee or something. I don't know. Anyway, you guys know the deal. I only have this 3-screen thing up just to introduce me, introduce the painting, explain how to go about certain things. Okay. The creature is pretty much mostly he's shaded in a lot. All right, you don't see much of his skin. Okay. So, and he does have highlights on the extreme right side of his face, which in reality is actually his left. He's looking to the left, really. But for the sake of the photo, it's just easier to say he's looking to the right. Okay. Because, you know, you take a picture, it's obviously opposite. All right. Okie dokie then. Nah, he's not the kissable, huggable type. It was a pretty good movie, though. I enjoyed it, and she loved it. You know, and I do put it on rotation every once in a while. I'll pop it in there and look at it. So, all right, we're gonna get on with this. I'm just thinking. Now, I do have a photo of him on my Android. I can put it on the bigger tablet if I really need to, you know. But I'll discuss how I'm gonna go about this. Now, what I did use to put him on here is a program on my iPhone. I can put it on the Android or the tablet. Okay. So, well, thank you, Sonia. What was I going to mention? Oh yeah, it's called the DaVinci Eye, which is very handy. You can control so much with it. I mean, there's other programs out there that are free, but they don't do anything like the DaVinci Eye. I mean, I think you're able to put it on more than one device. At the time I got DaVinci Eye, I don't believe I did. I may have, but I don't remember. And if I put it on a tablet, I don't have a bracket big enough that I really want to put on my camera stand. So doing it on the phone is the best for me. And I loosely sketched it out and what have you. Get the details that I really need for it. So, and the most important thing really, especially with this particular creature, is his hair and his teeth. Okay. Everything else can be kind of flipped around, but yeah, his hair and his teeth is really the important thing. Okay, let me get it off of this screen. We'll put it on the larger screen. You guys get a true sense of what it's supposed to really look like. All right, and that's what it looks like. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you guys, well, I don't know, it's in white pencil, so it might be a little tough for you guys to see it, but you see the general outlines and everything. His hair pattern, most of it is like 70% black or very dark, but I will put the highlights and all that good stuff in there. You know, we'll have a good time with it. Okay, his clothes, which are torn, you know, it's a lot of shading in this. Okay, and we'll play around with that once I get going, and this should go relatively quickly. All right, it's just me running my mouth and just, hey Cookie, and just getting myself all set up. Let's see if this tablet will let me do it, Sonia. Yes, I can. There we go. All right. Thank you, Sonia. So, yeah. On the 25th, which is my birthday, I put it on my birthday because I'm not really doing too much. And it's really time for me to get rid of some of these paintings. I'm going to sell them at an incredibly reduced price. And my main goal really is just to purchase a better camera. It'll be my main camera, and it will never leave the room. Okay. I'm gonna get something that has the quality of the webcam that you see looking at the paints. All right. The web camera is true HDMI, true. I'm thinking of the term for some reason. High definition. Okay, it is definitely a high definition camera. My only other camera that's high definition like that is my Lumix GH4 camera. It costs a little more grand, and I busted it twice. It does work, it's fully functional except for the part of the USB, which is a micro USB. And so I destroyed it the first time by the camera didn't drop, the webcast I had hooked to it dropped off my camera stand, and it hung from that little micro, and it bent it from the inside. So I spent $400, sent it to Japan, waited 3 weeks, it came back, works great, and hooked the webcaster up to it, and it fell again. So I'm not sending it back for $400. That was the price of another camera. So I just use it to take pictures, and I can hook it up to have it record. It has an input for a microphone for this lapel mic, and it does high quality video. So I mean, I can keep it for that, and it does record excellently. And I don't have to hook my mic up to anything. I can just put the mic right straight into the camera itself, and the quality you hear now, it will be the same quality on the video if I chose to do a video that way, which I haven't done one in quite some time, at least not for art. So I can use it at least for that purpose. Okay. So, but all right, I guess we will get on with the festivity. Oh, if you might not notice, but the palette, the colors is orientated differently because I did put the paints in order, but I put it vertically, and because of the time of day I'm doing this, it was completely in black. You guys couldn't see anything. So instead of me trying to move the paint around, I just flip the palette around. So that's what you guys are looking at. I don't know if I'll continue to use it in this fashion or not. It all depends on how things go. Okay, I think I'm done procrastinating. Let's get to the getting with this. And first thing I'll do is I'll just darken in his mouth. We'll be using a series of different brushes, more or less, because I want to get this done and done right the first time, so I don't have to keep messing with it. All right, so we're gonna get on with the festivities. Let me just take a round brush. I'll show you what it looks like. I'll take this guy right here, and we're gonna go in and we're gonna paint in the darkness of his mouth. All right, I'll just pull the paint out here, roll it around. Hey Davey, how you doing? Well, Davey, I'm doing something in your wheelhouse, brother. I'm painting the 2010 version, universal version of the Wolfman, because she, yes, I said she wants a painting of the Wolfman, and so here we go. And so, because this painting is a grayish blue background anyway, I'm just putting a little water on it just to loosen up the paint. The most important thing really right now is his fangs. I gotta keep the fangs true. All right. And so I want to do this and get it over with and paint them correctly. I want to do it the first go around. So yeah, doing stuff like this is really in my wheelhouse, really. I do enjoy painting creatures. It's just that not really a big selling point for these guys. I can do them. I would enjoy doing them, but once again, you know, not too many people would have this hanging on their wall. I mean, let's be real. It's a freaking werewolf. It's a certain niche of people that would enjoy something like this. You know, you're not going to give it to a 10-year-old for his birthday, put it that way. So, you know, but it is interesting concept. It's a frame right from the movie, actually. So it was relatively easy to get, you know. And if I wanted a certain frame from a movie, I got the movie. I could just put it in the computer and just freeze the frame, download it, and just crop it, and then there you go. So I'm never really hurting for reference material or anything like that. But painting the creature's teeth, very important. And to try to get it in there and get them right. All right. And usually once I start rocking and rolling with this thing, things go by pretty quickly. I start getting into a groove, even if I'm talking to you guys. Okay. Now, with painting creatures or even humans that smile, white teeth aren't exactly white, they're gray. You put the white on there for highlights. All right, that's a little secret. Because drawing a creature or a human or whatever and painting them, two entirely different things altogether. Okay, very, very, very much so. Okay, you would not believe how much black is actually in this character, because there's only a little bit of skin that he has. That will be here. That's a little bit of his cheekbone. By his nose here, only a little bit. Even this in the center is all black. And then skin around his hairline, which is right here. And pretty much the stuff you see around here, and by his eye, all this around here. Because then all the rest is like beard. You don't even see too much of his wolf stash. A lot of his hair, all of this up here, all of it's dark. You only see the highlight edges, and a little bit more here because the light's on this side. All right, and that's really it. He's not really lit up very well. But then again, he's not supposed to. He changes at night, so of course, you know. So yeah. So as I'm doing this and I'm talking to you guys, I'm looking at the brush that I have. I'm trying to see that if this brush will do what I want it to do. I believe it will. Let's go in with a little bit of red. We'll pull the red out like this. All right, pull that red out. I'm gonna take some brown and mix it in that red. This is gonna be for his gums. All right. So in the photo, I'll show you the photo once more. Now in the photo, you see his gums are black. All right. Which is, once again, it's cool for nighttime. Well, for me to interpret it in the painting, and once again, I want it kind of like my own thing. All right, I'm gonna paint his gums red. Which one, for one, it's gonna make him look a little more gross. All right. So there's going to be a few alterations in the actual photo. No problem, Cookie. No problem. So I'm going to do it that way now. I just got to be careful with this round brush. Obviously, it's not as fine as the script liner. But if I make an error, obviously I can correct the error. Okay. Now my good buddy Pittsburgh Studio, she's on. I usually watch her, but I know that I truly have to get this done. Okay, I'm gonna say hello to her. I won't be able to hear her. might hear, she might reply to me. Okay, I'm gonna paint his gums in. And I'm going to be extremely careful here in doing this. Once again, it will make his look a little more fierce. Okay. And even though his gums are red, I'm not going to put it strictly red. That's why I have the brown in it to darken it a little bit. So there's a reason for my madness in doing it. And once again, when you paint something like this, it's kind of an iconic movie monster. People who are familiar with the 2010 film, you know, they'll notice that something's not right. Okay, so keep that in mind. So get it as close as you possibly can to the source photo, basically. All right. Now I should be able to hear her. She must not be saying anything. All right. So. Why am I not hearing her? I know I'm not on mute. Let me see something to me just get out. Because usually she talks, and I can hear her pretty well. I don't hear a thing from her. Oh, I know. No, it can't be. Let me see something. I think I know why. Let's take the Bluetooth off. Shut down the Bluetooth. Still don't hear. All right, we're gonna go for his bottom jaw. Now I gotta see closely here what I'm gonna do with it. They're in there a little bit. Okay, but that's also his bottom lip. Okay, thank you. Hey Linda, how you doing? Yes, I know. Sometimes I suffer the plight of the purists, when it comes to movies. But like I say, I did enjoy the Wolfman. And they pretty much kept him pretty true. They didn't really do too much, story-wise. I love the updated look of him. And I'm pretty sure if they had, a Rick Baker back then, and the effects, it wouldn't be really too far from what they did with it already. Okay, so no, I was fairly happy with it. I think they really knocked it out. They did their job with it. Like I said, I liked it. It was pretty cool. Okay, let's work on his choppers. Might as well. I'm going into white. I'm gonna pull the white over here where I can just reach it a little easier for me. All right, we're gonna color it gray. We get a little touch of black, just a little bit, and we're gonna gray his teeth out there, just like that. We'll do the highlights and such a little bit later, but we're gonna gray out his teeth. And I'm gonna get a little water. We'll loosen up this paint just a little bit. Yeah, I must agree. I got those on DVD from here in the house. The Wolfman, Dracula, Bela Lugosi, Lon Chaney. So yeah, I got them also. I most surely do. When it comes to his teeth, his fangs, I'll gently shade these in a little water here, and let's do some of this paint. I'll shade them in and such. I just want to make sure I got enough of this gray to cover his multitude of teeth. Rick Baker, when he designed this character, he actually based his teeth on a real dog's teeth. Dogs and wolves got a certain number of teeth in their upper and lower jaw. And so he designed it that way. Of course, in the movie, they digitally enhanced his lower jaw so it opens a little bit wider. So it's pretty fascinating to see it, and to know how they did certain things. Of course, I did enjoy seeing Anthony Hopkins turn into a beast, so that was cool. He was down for it. He was up for it, so can't get mad at him. You know, I like it better than the Jack Nicholson Wolf, to which I think I got a DVD of that somewhere around. Okay. All right, let's see if I got enough for the upper. I don't think I got enough for the upper canine. That don't look like it's enough. So let's get some more white. Slight touch of black. Pop it in there. We're gonna just make some more gray. Okay. I wonder if she knows if her audio is even on. Cause I don't hear nothing, no background. So we'll do it this way. See if she knows. Because usually, if I'm not saying nothing, you'll hear the TV. You'll hear something. I hear nothing from her. So I don't think she knows her audio isn't on. Once again, I'm going to be very careful with his teeth because this is something I really want to do just one time. All right, so I am going to take that time to put his teeth in. And once again, it is a off gray and off white. All right. And really, really, for this painting or something like this, you really want to really get the edges pretty crisp. Even though I'm painting on canvas. Okay, I gotta twirl the brush around, make sure I get a nice amount of paint on it. Okay. Yeah, I think she might even be talking and she doesn't realize it. So if she looks at her screen, she'll eventually will know that she got an audio happening. Once again, you gotta be familiar with the movie and the way the creature looks. And even with me painting in these beginning stages here, you should be able to know exactly who. There she go. There she go. Told you.
Yeah, I think when I went to your site, I must have hit that area, and I got you running in the background too.
So everybody's double dipping.
So what I'm gonna do?
Okay. I'll turn her down a little bit. I can still hear her. I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to also. Okay. So as I'm doing this, all right, and I do got that in. I'm gonna leave it be because we're gonna keep this ball rolling. Now, I really want to change his eye color, and I'm going to do that because once again, his eyes are dark, and I particularly don't care for that. I want his eyes to be piercing. He's a predator, and I want him to look right dead at your butt. So we're gonna go in that direction. We're gonna give I'm probably gonna give him some reddish brown eyes. I'll keep the iris black though. All right. So we're gonna work on that right now. Uh, we're just gonna go right into the natural red. All right. I'll still use this brush. I should be able to get away with it. Okay. And if I don't like it, of course, you can always change it. So we're gonna come right here, and I'm gonna be very careful right here where I want his eyes to be red. Now, I'll probably end up going over this twice. Wait for it to dry, because I want the red to really stand out. So I'll keep it just like that for right now. Okay, you guys see just a speck, but I'm looking right at the detail of it. All right, and once again, I got this, I gotta be careful. I've got this blue gray happening here, okay? And I did position his eye to where it looks right dead at us. All right, so when this painting is complete, and if I hang it up, the eyes will follow you across the room, most definitely. And so I'm just getting a nice little layer of red. We'll let it dry, and then I'll go back over that. You follow me? Okay. All right. So yes, I'm getting all of that prepared and getting it all set. Let's go back into our gray. The white of his eye will be gray. Okay, it's not it'll appear white, but it won't be that stark color of white. Just like this. And I'm gonna leave it be. Oh, I can't yell. Hold on for a second. I'll be right back. Only take a second.
Try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and Expect nothing less, you check as I'm chasing next. Got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11, it's time for progression.
All right. And here we go. What was I in here? Oh yes, the white of his eyes. That is teeth in there. Okay, the paint's already dry. We're gonna do with a second coat of red. All right. That's the one thing I love about acrylic is that it dries like a drop of my hat. Michael Landon played the teenage werewolf. Yeah.
What they gave him, a strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase. I don't wanna face. I wanna be first. Work till it hurts. Dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions.
Get the stuff like Teen Wolf and all that.
It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay
I know
soft.
they get another updated version of Teen Wolf. I'm pretty sure that's pretty damn. Put this thing up. Anyway, I'm back and yeah, Teen Wolf. Yeah, I remember the Michael Landon version. And the version they got now, or whatever, no, I'm not interested in it because, you know, people tend to, young directors, I don't know, they just don't have the feel. They tend to wreck things. So, I willingly chose not to watch it. I mean, it might be alright or whatever, but no, they tend to kind of homogenize stuff. Okay. All right. And here we go, head black. There. All right. So, we got more or less features of his eyes. I'm gonna let that dry because I'm gonna probably put the lines in his eyes. I'll probably paint, at least on this one, I'll probably paint a black rim. Well, I can get away with that right now, actually, while I'm talking to you guys. I'll just water down the black a little bit. Once again, I would usually use a script liner for this, but I got this. I got this. Just like that. There. We're gonna do one of those numbers. All right, I can only do it with the one eye. The other one really is silhouetted. All you see is eyeball. So it's all gonna be silhouetted in black. Okay. Which one is that, Davey? Talk to me. What movie is that? What DVD you're looking for? Oh, them? Okay, never mind. The one with the ants. I enjoyed that one too, to be honest. Did you ever try eBay? You know? Okay. All right, I had to write Mary. Okay, so eyes, teeth, gums. Okay, so we got that going already. Let me play around with the creature's rather raggedy clothes. All right, we're gonna use a filbert for this. I really ought to buy more filberts because I am going to beat this down. Now, what's represented as white on the creature is really a funky gray brown. All right, and well, you know what? Before I do that, let me show you something because I gotta put 2 trees in there. So while we're at this stage, I can get away with that right now. I'm gonna show you how I do this. The trees are not very sharp. They're kind of misted out a bit. All right. Okay. Watch what I'm gonna do here. I'll just take one piece of tape. You guys should be able to try this also. Okay, I'm gonna put there's a tree by his shoulder here, right about here. Okay, all right. I don't know if I'll be able to get away with putting the other tree there, but there's one by his shoulder. All right, now watch what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna take this tape right now, this very minute. If I can peel it off the paper, I'm gonna rip it. 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 And I'm ripping it some more. I'm gonna rip, 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 rip. There we go. All right, now let's see if I can save this. It tends to curl up on you. Ugh, I had it and then it curled back up again. It done went snake on me here and curled up pretty good. All right. Now I'm going to put one right about here. Take the ripped half, just like this, and plant it right there. So we got this rough looking, I don't really want to aim it too far down because we're pretty much near the top anyway. Maybe about 1 inch. Let's draw back a little bit. Let's see if I can get away with that. If I draw it back a little and then bring it down, we should be okay. Like that. I think we're good right about here. I won't bother it too much. See, it okay. Goswina is flipping between 2 screens. All right, anyway. I think it's funny. I'm sorry. Because that's sometimes something I would do. Okay, we're gonna take a brush. Now watch what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna go into, we'll just play around with this black and white and need some paint on this brush. This is a natural hair brush. Okay, all right, let's go back into our black. Put the black in here. All right, a little touch of white, well, a little more than a touch of white. We get it gray like this. Go into the cobalt blue, just a touch of cobalt blue in it. Okay, now I'm gonna add a little touch of black. Okay, so we got this blue-black deal happening here. Probably has to be a touch darker. All right, just like that. That's cool. I'll paint around with a little bit more blue in it, much like this. All right, okay. Now I got this paint on here. All right, I'm gonna have to be a little quick with it. Watch what I do. I'm gonna paint this right in the center. Right in the center. Put it right in there. I'll go past this shirt a little bit. Okay. And then I'll just fade the edges on both sides. Very lightly, just fade it. Keep the center, and I'll just fade it a little bit. I'll probably get a slight touch of black and go right in the middle here. Just like that. Just in the middle, and I'll fade that out. Just like this. I'm not gonna go exactly to the edge. I'll just fade it, just like so. All right, okay. I'll put both brushes right here, and then I'll peel back the tape. Okay. I still might want to use this tape for a second tree, so I'll take the tape and I'll put it lengthwise down here. I'll take the second piece and peel it right off. Okay, just like so. All right, so we've got one tree down, and I'll lightly take the edges. I don't want the edges very sharp. I'll take it with the paint on it, and I'm going to blur out those edges just a little bit. And just right on the edge, I'll blur that limb out a little bit. Do it on the other side. As long as I get enough, a little bit of blur on it, just rub it out. I'll keep rubbing it until I get it to blur out a little bit. Okay, so we got one there. And because the paint dries very fast, I'm not using really anything much into it. All right, I'll put another one there, probably a little straighter. Actually, let me do it this way. I'll put it a little crooked like this. All right. Then we'll take the other half. We'll be right around here. Okay, something like that. We'll take some of this funky kind of grayish color I got again, and we'll put it right here in the center. I might have to make some more. So we're gonna go into our blue, a little bit of white in that blue, a little touch of black, we'll gray that up like so, and a little darker, just like that, and we'll go right back, just like so. I'm gonna go all the way down with it there. Like that. And then I'll lightly brush that color on the edge of the tape there. We can go a little stronger here at the bottom of the tape. And I'm gonna lightly brush the outer edge here. Just lightly. Go a little stronger in the middle here. The middle, I want a little stronger. Outside of it, a little bit lighter. Okay, like that. I paint through the creature because it's gonna be covered up anyway. Then I'll clean off the brush. I gotta clean off my other brush here. With acrylic paint, don't keep the paint on the brushes very long. If not, you just setting yourself up for a world of hurt. All right, just letting you know. All right, so we have a couple of trees there. All right, okay. We're gonna pop in some branches here. I'll just take this brush. I'll wet up the brush, take some of this residual color. I'll probably make it a touch darker maybe. All right. All right. I'll kind of pop a branch in there like this. Like that. Maybe we'll thicken that branch up over there like that. We'll get a kind of a thicker branch come out this way. All right. Keep it pretty vague. You know, a branch is there, but keep it pretty much vague. All right. Remember, everything doesn't have to be in super detail with this. All right. That's not necessary. That's like that. Just keep it. Okay, keep it fairly vague out there. You don't really need too much happening here. All right. We'll put this one in front of the other one, so we'll have it come out like that. It's funny that I have to get more paint just to draw a branch, but you know it happens. It's all right. It is okay. Don't worry about it. It happens. Let's do it again. We're gonna come here very thin, put one right in front of the other tree. That and go up into his hair a little bit. It's all right. Okay. Something like that. I don't need it. Once again, I don't really need to go into being super detailed for a couple of branches. But you know the creature is in the woods, so you paint it as such. All right. Hey, Cat, how you doing? William, how are you? Good to see you guys. We are painting the Wolfman. Yes, we are. My lady friend wants the Wolfman, so we're gonna paint the Wolfman. All right. Okay, we're gonna let that tack up just a wee bit. I'm gonna slap some mist in there. It's very simple to do the mist. The color that I have right now, slap some extra white in there. Okay, just a little bit. Okay, just the off white. Then you rub most of it off. Okay, and go extremely light with it. Okay, very light. I'll just come here. Very light. Brush it on there very lightly. You're gonna scumble some nice little misty things in there. Very light. Control your hand pressure. You're doing stuff like this. We'll come here. Like that. And we'll mist all that out. We'll go up into his hairline. It's all right. Mist it right out. Just like so. See that? And you can put some love out here too. Just like that. And it sets the tree back. You got me. Very simple, very dry brush. Dry brush. Rub. Control the weight of your hand. All right. This is how you get your smoke and your mist going. Just like so. All right. Instantly, it brings the trees back. It doesn't totally obscure everything. Once it dries, you'll still see a little bit more of the tree. Okay. Paint right into his clothes. It's all right. Just like that. All right. No hard lines. Okay. And I'm just wiping off the brush, just wiping off extra stuff. And that's it. That's it. Okay. That's all you need. All right. Okay. All right. Let's go to a 3/4 inch flat. We'll wet this brush up here. And I want to at least get some of his what's represented as supposed to be white. We're going to go to our white, a little bit of cobalt blue. Okay. And a slight touch of well, let's go brown anyway. We'll go brown like that. Okay. Then we'll add the white. It's got blue in it, so it's got this funky color going on in it. It's a weird browny gray. All right. What's white's not actually all white. This is what I'm trying to say. All right. Okay. Up by where his hair is. Oh, here's his shoulder. Go right up into his hair. This is the edge of his shirt. All right. And it comes out that way. And we're going to start blocking some things in. That's his collar there. I'm looking at his shirt here. And I know where most of his shirt is. Now look, it appears almost white because you're surrounded by all this other color. You follow me? All right, so instead of doing white and black, I just did brown, blue, and white, which just gives you another shade of gray. But you can make this pass off as white or an off-white of some sort. Okay. Now, as I'm looking at what he's wearing and such, I just got to be mindful where I'm at, what I'm doing here. Okay. Right in here. Like that. Believe it or not, it's not really too much of this on this side. It gives the appearance that it is, but it's not really like you think. All right, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna still keep it here. I'm gonna go with a brown here. All right. And a little touch of black. We're gonna deepen that brown just like this. All right. Okay, here we go. And once again, you'd be surprised where all this leads here. Whatever strap that he has on, one is barely on him. But he's really transformed. He's a much bigger thing. So I'm looking still. A lot of this goes into my interpretation because I know a lot of it's black and I can do all of that. Okay. Go back into my brown, put it right here, go deeper black now. So you're working in stages. So we got a black brown happening here. Okay. Right up in here. All up in here. And you got to make enough distinction between the two colors. Okay. So I'm working the medium, dark, and light shades. I'm not really concerned about the white coming off the brush on such a dark color. We'll make that disappear. So I'm not worried about that. Matter of fact, I'll just get it right off my brush and mix it in there. Okay. So I'm still looking at this. I'm looking at I got a picture on my monitor. So as I'm looking at this, all right. So there's a method to my little bit of madness. Honestly, there is. Right by his beard here, I gotta be a little careful. And you'll see why. All up in here, I can get away with the black brown because it's gonna get even deeper here in a few minutes. And you'll see. I'm not scared to put other colors in there. And don't you be scared to put it in there. You'll see why as we go on here. And as you see, I'm not going all the way in because it's jet black there. Okay. All right, just like that. Okay. As you can see, I got this is his collar. All right. And we're gonna mess with the color right now with this gray brown color we already mixed in there. We're gonna put that shirt in. This is the creature's collar here, right in here. Right up in there. What you do with any subject, you block it in, and then you work the details. So you block in, go broad, and then you go into with the details. Follow me? Okay. So I'm blocking this in for right now. Okay, like so. I go up into the hair a little bit, because you'll see strands of hair through certain amounts of clothing and whatnot. All right. Hey, SJ, how are you? I can't really say anything about prepping for cooking because I was just doing the same thing. That's why I had to excuse myself. I'm going with a little touch of blue, slight touch of blue in here. Slight touch. Okay. And we're gonna put some of that blue on top of this brown. Control your strokes. Okay. Go back into our brown just a little bit. Okay, we'll cover that back. It's gonna give you a different look of brown here. Even though it's supposed to be a white collared shirt, you'll see in a second. There's a method once again to my madness. Put it in there. Okay, just like so. And you let it dry. All right. Okay. Let's take, we'll take my favorite filbert here. We're gonna go in to a little bit of titanium white, almost in a dry brush fashion. Okay. And we're gonna pop off a couple of highlights. Like so. Just a few. Okay. And I'm looking at his shoulder here. Almost like coloring with a crayon. Very little bit of white. Very little bit. You see what's going on now? Okay. You see how those highlights help out? All right. And lightly brush it till it disappears a wee bit. Like that. Okay. A little bit at a time. get that gradual tone in there. I'm wiping off a little bit of paint, and I lightly brush it away, brush it away, brush it away. Okay, very lightly. I'll keep stroking it till I get that little tinge in there like that, and then you brush it away. You just lighten the intensity of that color. And you go with the curve of the shirt. All right, all right. So you see how it's starting to turn out? Okay, all right. A little bit at a time. I got white on my brush. I did not take the white off, don't need to. Go into a little bit of brown, like this. Give it a little sneaklet off your brush, you don't want that. Okay, so we got the weird gray brown going. To the lighter side of his brown, whatever it is he's wearing, right here. Right here, and lighten it out right there. We'll keep it sharp there. We'll keep it sharp right on the edge here and fade the other stuff out. Just like that, just dry brush, fade it out. Okay, now you've drawn a highlight to the brown vesty, whatever the hell he got on. Okay. You do it here too, right here. It gets a little thicker here, like so. Okay. And that little line, I'll soften it a little bit. Keep brushing, and you'll see it. Keep brushing, keep it a little you know, something there too. All right, but now you see how things start to come together for him. Okay. All right. So you gently keep working at this. You gently keep building up at it. Okay, white is not entirely white like you think. All right. Well, thank you. Okay. Pittsburgh studio just glanced in to see what I was doing. I'm going to take a very fine black marker. All right. And we're going to put in the little stripes in his eyes there. You start off with the cross. All right, so I'm going to go with a little curve. A little curve. Now, obviously, you can't really see the other one. And then I'll put it right in there. I'll go over it twice, just like that. Now, you might not be able to see this. Okay, and I understand. I understand. Once again, this is my thing. Not really in the picture poster. All right, but it's in there. All right. But I wanted to add that in there. Let's take a very fine brush. I'll take the angled brush here. All right. Let's take pure titanium white right now. That's pure white. So the teeth are nice and dry. Pull the angled brush toward me. On both sides. And we're going to highlight his little fangies. Okay. Now you see. Here's the tip there. Okay. Just a little bit of a fade. And don't rush this. Take your time. Have it fade into that gray. Once again, you might not see this too clear. I'll probably have to touch the, because once I start doing certain things, I have to readjust. So hopefully you guys see this. All right. I'm going to do the fangs right now. Let's get them. Okay. It's tacky. I don't want to put any blood stain on his teeth or anything. We just want to go back over that, bring that white back out a little bit. This one too, bring that white back out. Sometimes you find you have to go back over it a couple of times. Don't do the whole tooth. Just hit highlights like you see me doing right now. And sometimes it's just a touch. You're not looking at this painting from 4 inches away like I am. You're gonna look at this guy from 6 feet away. He's basically trying to sell an illusion. Now, those are fangs. You got me? All right. Really, really concentrate on the detail of teeth. You take each body part, no matter how insignificant you think it might be, and you treat it like a complete project. And that's how you get your realism, you get your depth. Okay. And as his teeth curl, you might not see as many of them. But what I am doing is just separating his little dentures. All right, like so. You're not gonna see his tongue. Once again, it's in black. He is definitely all in black. Let's move this guy this way. Let's put him up there. All right. All right. Now remember, he's lit on the, well, for the sake of purposes, keeping it simple, he's lit on the right side, which is actually his left. He's lit there. Okay, let's go back into our white. A little touch of that cobalt. Put it in there like this. Now, only a slight touch of brown this time. Not as heavy as before. Okay. All right. Okie dokie. This guy's got more of a collar. The collar, I did not really sketch the collar out. I know pretty much where it's going to be. Actually, I did sketch it out. It's right here. The edge of his collar is way up here. Okay, that's the edge of the collar. It comes. I'm looking to where his fur pattern is. So bear with me 1 second. Look, I don't want to get it. I don't want to get it wrong. Like that. All right. Okay. I'm gonna draw up into his hair a little bit, and then we'll just fill all of this in. I should use a bigger brush for this, technically. I think I will. I'll just wipe this off, and I'll use a flat brush for it. Yes. Filbert brush towards the top tends to want to hold the paint. So make sure you clean that off fairly well. Let's go with a 3/4 inch. I might need to get some more paint. So let's get a touch of white, a little touch of cobalt. All right. Get a little bit of water, loosen up the paint. It's fairly warm in my room, so the paint does get a little thick on me here. All right. Yes, details. Yep. Once again, I work broad. And then go in for the details. Rub it right in there. You guys didn't see my head. That's good. Everybody they have their own certain style and their own certain way to work. All right. This is mine. That's funny. Okay, as I'm looking at it here, I'm gonna get a little bit of brown right in here. Go back into that blue. Brown and blue makes a certain kind of gray, which is why I'm going into the brown and blue. Follow me? All right. A little bit of water will soften it up. I'm trying to stay away from the glycerin. I don't really want to put all the glycerin on there because it stays white for a while. I really don't want to deal with all that for right now. Right in here. Like that. I bring that out. You're not going to see all that color. We'll darken all that in there. Just like that. Put it right up in there. Alright. And I am softening that edge. Yes, I am. Most definitely soften that edge. Just a slight blur on the edge there. Okay. All right. And remember, give this thing a chance to dry. Don't kick it to the curb just yet. Okay. Take some white. Go back into that same gray color. Just get a little more titanium white. Just like that. Your eye plays tricks on you. All right. We're gonna come up in here. Someone just texted me, I think. No, I thought they did. They did not. All right. Thought somebody texted me. Okay. Anyway, back to this. It might look white, okay, but it's not. I'm gonna bring it down. He's got like a little, well, you'll see as I do it. It'll come right in here like that. And we're gonna bring this in. Bring it right in to a point right here. Yep, you guys still see it, all right. Just like so. All right, now remember, keep in mind that, hold on, let me fade some of that out. See, I got the advantage of looking at a TV screen, so I can see what I may or may not be needing. All right, now keep in mind, this is on the creature's right-hand side / left, but we're gonna call it right hand. So when it's time to add that white, then you can add it in there. And I'm going past where it should. It's okay. Like so. Go back into my bright. Let's see. I'll fade it here. Go into straight titanium white. I still got blue in my brush, but that's okay. Just like so. And I'm just adding another layer of white. And what it does is just get brighter and brighter. That's all it does. I'm gonna wipe off my brush And we're going to continue to go back and forth like that, right into that gray. And I'll keep doing it, and I'll keep doing it, and I'll keep doing it. I'm going in that letter C pattern to keep the shape of your highlights, your shades and whatnot, like so. All right. Okay. I'm gonna go back to my filbert brush. Just dip a little bit more of titanium white. Now you see how I'm building this stuff up here? All right. And it's just folds in his skin or in his shirt. You follow? All right. And that's all we're doing. Little creases, little folds. Just all white. All right. See? A little bit more titanium white. It's getting really thick, really opaque, and that's a great thing. Lightly make it disappear. Make it disappear. Remember, this looks even more fantastic far away. It's meant to be looked at from far away. Okay. Like that. All right. Now, it doesn't have much of an impact yet, because why? The other side isn't in there yet. Okay. I see my video is getting a little jumpy. If it's getting a little jumpy, I'm gonna have to stay still and stop for a second. Well, Linda, once again, or Fatima, it's Fatima, excuse me. All right, my internet seems to be acting a little funky. I have to stop. I have to see, because if it's running a little choppy, I'm gonna have to stop. Because I want this to be a smooth thing, but I want to finish this also. So. Thank you, Davey. I had to do my customary wipe my hand across and see how smooth it is. We'll see. A tutorial on sound effects. Oh yeah, did you find the disc? CD? Oh no, we're okay. All right. We got quite a bit of a lag, but okay, we're good. We're good. All right. So I just have to, check on it from time to time. I think my coffee got cold. That's not good. Oh, okay, we're going to go to I'm just looking here. Okay, let me show you something here. Now, once again, I'm gonna keep true pretty much to the shading of this guy when it comes to his clothes. All right. Okay, we'll go back to our brown. We'll put it right in here. We'll slap a little blue in there. That's just creative license. All right, little blue brown. Let grade up a little bit like that, nice and dark, like so. Okay, we'll keep this. This is pretty slick. we're gonna go um, like that. And we're gonna bring that in. We're gonna bring that in. Bring that dark browny blue color. We're gonna bring that in a little bit. We're gonna come in up past his hair. I know where his wolf beard is. It's all right. Bring it past. There's a reason why you're going past the beard line. Okay. A little hair stragglets and stuff. You know, you'll see it through the clothes. All right. But that's why it's pretty much that dark. All right. That's why I'm doing that. I like this brown, blue, black. I think it looks pretty cool. So we're gonna work with that. All up into his beard. All up in here. Okay. And we'll bring it out. So this is cobalt blue. All right. There. All right, now you see how that shirt looks now? All right. Now I pretty much know what's going to happen and what's going to go on while I'm doing this and I'm talking to you. So I already know what the result's going to be. You guys might not know what's going on. So I'm doing it in a way so you guys can see it, check it out, see what's actually happening here. All right. Okay. Let's get a touch more brown, a little bit of blue, pop it in there. Get some of that color back. Okay, so we got our browny blue working again. We're gonna come all up in here, all up into his little woofy beard, all up in there. Okay, yes, we're bringing this right into this brown. And now I'm gonna lighten my brush strokes and make it about as light as you can. Just lighten it, lighten it. See? Lighten it up. Almost like you're coloring with a coloring, like a crayon. All right. And you see how it kind of melts into the, all right. All right. We're going to take a little bit of regular umber. Once again, clean off your brush fairly well, all right? We'll go right into, I'll pull it out from here. All right, okay. We're gonna come up around here with regular brown, just like this. Now, you're not gonna see it too well. I'm gonna keep rubbing away. A little bit of brown in there. Take some more brown. It doesn't make any sense to you why I'm adding this brown in here. You gotta remember, this is where the light side is, all right? So hold on, bear with me, bear with me. Doing clothes, now we're not painting a cartoon character. All right, this creature's somewhat based, well, it's based on reality, more or less. It's hard to kind of convey what I'm saying, but it's based on reality. So, you know, you don't see black cartoonish lines and stuff like that. All right, now the light is hitting here, so it's not overly dry yet, of course. Take a little touch of white, a little touch of white. Okay, just a little. We're gonna come here. can see some of that brown come out there. Very subtle. Very lightly. And if I don't feel I have enough, I'll just add some more. But I need some more. Hold on. Still a little bit wet there, but we should be able to go there. Yep. There you go. Put it in there. Overlap. A little touch of white. Going back. Keep going over it. You want that subtlety of that brown in there. And give it a chance. Let it dry. You gotta give it a chance. Let it dry. Let it dry out. It doesn't necessarily need to be super brown over here on this side like that. Okay, not necessarily. All right. Okay. Now, we'll put this. We'll get rid of the flat brush. Getting a little bit of lag again. Let's see. I didn't look at it. Yeah, I see it now. All right. All right. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, it is. All right. I am not gonna continue if it's gonna do that. Maybe because I have a lot of things going on, so let me shut this down. All right, and I do have it going on here, but I can see you guys here, so I can shut this down. Let me shut it down. I don't have to look at you. All right, so I'll take it off the internet there because I'm looking at it from OBS, so I don't necessarily have to look at it that way. I'll just keep talking and see what's going on with it. If it's still doing that. And I'm going to take solid black. Okay, almost like a dry brush. I'm using this brush for it. Okay. When I'm kind of on a roll doing this, I really don't want to stop. Okay, that would just infuriate me a little bit. I really don't want to stop. So, okay, right in, because I already know that it's into his beard already. And I'm going straight black. I'm getting very, very light towards where the brown is. All right, he's got some of this love all up in here too, in the collar of his shirt. Still keeping in line with the curves. Okay. And I'm not scared to use my finger. Not at all. Very lightly. Put the jet black in there. Especially down here by where the creature's beard is. It is pitch black and it lightens out until that blue brown that we got going on there. is pretty fairly dark in here. I'm just taking a makeup brush and doing it. Okay. That's funny you mentioned that. That's hilarious, actually. Well, those are the way his teeth look. I'll show you. See? Yeah. There. Okay. I think I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to do a part 2 because it's too choppy. I don't want it to be choppy like that. So what I'm going to do is I'll get a thumbnail going, and I'm going to put a part 2. So even you got. Oh, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up if you can. Please, I would appreciate that. I'm going to log off and log back on again, so we can continue on. All right. I got to take her out anyway. Oh, it's not done yet. It's not done yet. But that's funny. But I thank you. Yeah, she's not done yet. But that is funny. I just realized something too, because it looks like his shoulder. That's not his shoulder. It's actually the collar. Okay, it's actually his collar. It's actually that. Okay, so what I will do is because his collar's really like jacked up there, because it's flopped open. So what I'll do is I'll reshape this to make it look like his collar, because his shoulder's like way off the panel. This is the edge anyway. Okay, so yeah, that's not his shoulder. His shoulder's way. He got big broad shoulders. This shoulder's way off the panel there. Okay. So yeah, he's really wide. So yeah, that's not his shoulder. All right. That's his shoulder, but not this. That's actually his collar is flipped in this direction, but you really can't tell unless I just quickly get that straight. Okay, just to get that straight, I'll just extend this here. So I'll do a little bit of alteration right now. Okay, really big guy, so we have to make him eat a steak sandwich or something. So we're gonna have him gain a little weight and broaden that out there like that. How about that? All right, he's a big dude. All right, so he's really out there, and that's really his collar. So what I'll do to emphasize that it's his collar, I may have to, even though I like what I did here, I'm gonna have to correct that a wee bit. I'll just have it kind of curved. I'll have it kind of, oh, this isn't the right brush for it, but I'll show it to you now before I sign off. Well, we'll just use the brown, it's all right. So I'll just show you what you do with a correction. All right, we'll come in here. We'll come in like that. Then we'll come out and around, and then we'll come in there like this. Okay, because once again, it's the creature's collar around there. All right. So what I'll do it right now. Since it is his collar, I'll just take a little black and brown. We'll just put it right in here like that. And we'll extend this out. All right. We'll extend it out a little bit. Like so. I'll take a little bit of white and we'll just lighten it up like that. We'll just turn that brownish like this. Okay. So we got a little bit of a glow there. We got a little bit of shine. Then we'll just make this a little darker. We'll come up in here. Okay. We'll just come in for darken this part. See how easy you can make a correction? Isn't that neat? All right. No one will ever know but your hairdresser. All right. There. That's a collar. That's a collar. All right. He has a collar. So his collar's a little effed up. So, you know, it happens when you get a growth spurt. All right. You see how we're able to correct that? Okay. Let me shut this down. I'll call it a part 1. I'll get part 2 set. I'll refresh the, if I have to refresh the modem or something, I'll do that. And then we'll come back and we'll continue on and we'll knock this right out. So, okay guys, stay tuned.